Hi, Master and None, we're here with you with a beer review. It has been a while since we've posted, and this video is going to be way out of order of some of the videos that I'm going to, especially these beer reviews that I'm going to post, because I found a ton of them on the camera. Well, a ton, at least a handful of them on the camera when I fired that back up. And today we're going to be reviewing Surly Darkness. Now, this beer used to be extremely limited release. They used to make 666 bottles a year and release them on Darkness Day, and then anything that was left over after Darkness Day they would then push out to liquor stores on Halloween. It used to be a very hard item to come by, but like a lot of beers in the last few years, it seems like they're producing a lot more of it. I don't know if that's due to the pandemic or whatever, but a lot of things that used to be hard to find seem to be pretty commonplace now. I'm pretty sure it's still seasonal. I think they still do a release party, and I know that that's where you can get, you know, some of the more varieties. I've only ever seen in stores Darkness, and that's, you know, each year they have different artwork on the bottle. Here's one from 2019, some kind of demon destroying the brewery. This one back here was the earliest one that I found in my garage when I was going to grab these and got my hands all dusty. 2014. But it used to be kind of a wait in line thing, and now it's now you can pretty much go into any liquor store in the Midwest. And I don't know how far Surly's expanded beyond the Midwest, but I've heard that they're out past, you know, beyond the boundaries of the Midwest now. And I think if you can see some Surly at a liquor store come fall, you'd probably be able to find some Darkness. So it is a Russian Imperial Stout. I opened it off camera because it's got a wax coating on it. You know, that means it's fancy. You know, it can also be a little bit of a pain to open. So here it is, and like the name says, Darkness, well, if I had sunlight to shine through the glass today, it's just a little bit of a thin cloud covering right now. It was supposed to be about 80 and sunny today. It actually turned out to be about 65 and overcast. It's just thin enough though that I have to wear the sunglasses so I'm not squinting when I'm looking at the camera. On the nose, you get a lot of malt. This is one of those beers that I could have, should have, would like to have someone else sitting here to talk while I taste it, because there's a lot going on there. Maybe not quite as complex as a KBS, but a lot of flavors hitting your tongue at once. Chocolate, coffee, caramely to me, like a sweetness to it that's with that roasted makes it caramely. Hints of alcohol. It doesn't say on the bottle, or I couldn't find it on this bottle, what the A.B.V is on this. It's up there. This is sold as a 750. Yeah, I don't see the A.B.V on it, but I promise you it's 10 or 12% or something. You can, for such a thick, rich beer, you can still tell that there's some alcohol in it. Just right on the tip of your tongue, you can taste that there's some alcohol. Not so sweet, thick, and cloying that you don't want to drink it. You know, it's really well done. glass. This beer's got legs. It's very good. I've recently been in kind of a debate with myself about whether I should drink a beer first on camera or have a couple of the beers and then review it. Partially started because I was watching another beer review channel. I should find this gentleman by the name of Ronald J. Thoreau. He's a gentleman from Louisiana, T-H-E-R-I-O-T, Ronald, parentheses, J. Thoreau. And he's got thousands. It says here 7.6 thousand videos. He's a professional at reviewing stuff. Boy, I probably only have 25 beer reviews up there or something like that. I'm just guessing, pulling that number out of thin air. But so I'll put a link in the description to his channel. But he has a nice rating system, which I like, that he rates everything that he does, and he's very impartial. Even if he doesn't really like something, he will still say that I think that this is a good example of the style. Whereas I am just kind of like telling you what I think about the beer. Like, I don't like this, I like this. Just food for thought. But this one I like. If I didn't mention before, I'm moving the beer reviews from Wednesday to Thursday, so we can have a Thirsty Thursday drink together. Regular Master of None videos would still come in on Wednesday then, and I would just split it up. And then I'm also toying with the idea of another set of videos that would come in on Tuesdays, but you know, I haven't posted anything in 2 months or better, so I don't want to make any grandiose claims that I'm going to start posting things on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm not even promising you I'm going to go Wednesday, Thursday. I'm just going to say beer reviews on Thursday, possibly some other stuff Tuesday and Wednesday. Yes, very, on that tip, very sweet and caramely over the top of the tongue. There is some hops to this. I don't ever like saying this. Could possibly be a little bit more to balance out the sweetness, just because you know that I'm not a huge fan of the IPAs. I mean, occasionally I like an IPA, I crave an IPA, and I like a good IPA, but I know it's beating a dead horse at this point, but I wish that 75% of all beers that I see on the shelves these days weren't IPAs. I just wish there was some balance. Again, malt on the nose, which I love malty beers. I particularly enjoy that. Wish we could get back to some more traditional English ales, at least some. Just a very good beer. One that I tend to get a bottle of at least once a year. It used to only be once a year if available, but now I think they had to have boosted production, because it seems like I see them all the time. So no, I might get them once or twice a year, but I don't know. They're still good. I just don't know what's going on with the beer industry in general, with all these limited edition stuff that all of a sudden seems to be everywhere. A lot like the KBSs, and there's 6 kinds of KBS now, and you seem to be able to find them everywhere, where it used to be like, if you found a 4-pack of KBS, you were like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. Especially where I'm at, I'm in more of a rural area, so a lot of these hard to find beers were something that you'd have to go somewhere, go on a road trip and drive to get, or go to a specific liquor store that the people there were heavily into beer and were on the distributors to get some more limited stuff. Now a lot of that stuff seems to be everywhere, and it's on one hand it's great, but on the other hand there's a little bit of, I don't know, nostalgia. I don't know, nostalgia for rarity. I don't know how to describe it. Regardless, that's a good beer if you like stouts. If you're not a stout person, this probably wouldn't be one to start with. It is thick and rich. It is Surly Darkness. Oh, one other thing about Surly Darkness, they have fun little, I don't know, stories on the back of them. Here, there be dragons, zombie dragons, breathing fire, undead, yearning to slake their unquenchable thirst with only the finest of liquids. Sharing doesn't become them. The challenge daunts, but one beer is worth the effort. Surly Darkness with decadent notes of cherry. I don't know if I picked up any cherry. Chocolate and coffee. Definitely chocolate and coffee. Adds an unexpected dose of aromatic hops, elevating this beer to a status few others share. The odds are long, but you've chosen correctly. Legends aren't born, they're made. Still, wear something fireproof. I don't really know what that's all about. Oh, I guess there's a it's a dragon on the front of it. So yes, every time you buy a bottle of Surly, there's a fun little story on the back. Kind of like eating a White Castle, you know, when they have those stories of people who eat White Castle, I guess. This has been Master of None Beer Review. Like, subscribe, click the notification button.